Ophelia. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks, and today we are cooking. We are cooking a riverfoot recipe. So this is the recipe card that comes with your box if you order food from them. And this is a recipe box that I order from them. And this is the vegetarian recipe box. And today we are making courgette, spelt and quinoa with garlic portobello and mushrooms. It has a little sort of spiel by the chef who designed the meal, and this time it's Kirsty Hale, and it tells you when to cook it, how long it will take, and also how many people it will serve, and what extra cooking tools you will need. And here it tells you the ingredients, so we'll go through that in a moment. So for this recipe you will need 75 grams of pearl spelt, 50 grams of quinoa, 1 red onion, which I'll cut up further in a moment, oil for frying, so I just use extra virgin olive oil. We need 2 courgettes. We need portobello mushrooms. I've got 6 down here of these large mushrooms, which I've already washed and made sort of sand free. Garlic cloves, again I'll continue cutting that up in a moment. We also need 30 grams of charvil, so that's in there still. Then we have 1 teaspoon of dill tops, dried. And then we also have Dijon mustard, which we'll need 2 teaspoons. We have 25 grams of butter, and also we have 2 teaspoons of cider vinegar, and again some good olive oil, so I'm using the same one as there, and we have salt and pepper here as well. So that's all we need for our courgette, spelt and quinoa with garlic portobello mushrooms. And those were the ingredients you need. And on the back of the information sheet, the recipe card, it tells you what to do. So we are going to do that. I have already put on my water so it's nice and hot. So let me just turn that on again. And also what we are going to turn on is the grill, because these mushrooms need to be grilled. So that's all going to be on. And first thing we need to do is put the spelt on to cook, because it takes a little bit longer than the quinoa. So let's put the spelt in, and then in a moment we'll add the quinoa. Now everything that I'm using, like I said, is from Riverfoot, is organic, and they've measured it already out for me, so I don't have to do anything else but follow the recipe and cook basically. So, also we're going to turn on our pan. This is my pan that I'm using to make the to sort of make the vegetables in for the quinoa. So I'm going to finish chopping my red onion. We have to chop that in little bits, so that's chopped now. I have washed and prepared the mushrooms already, so I'm just going to add sort of 1 tablespoon of oil into my pan, and we are going to put the onion in here, and then we'll add, when we've done that, we'll add the quinoa to the spelt. Okay, so while we're waiting, I am going to chop up my courgettes into small bits, cut the ends off. I've washed them. And I'm going to slice through them like this. So I'm going to slice through them again, turning it a quarter way, and now I'm going to have those little triangles, because they're going to be under the under the quinoa, so they don't need to be too big, mixed under. There we go. These mushrooms are in my way, so I might as well get going with those. I'm going to, I've got here a little contraption which I've had for a long time. It's sort of a bottle with oil that you can pressurize, so you can you know, spray your oil onto your things. I use it for roast potatoes as well, and sort of you know, makes it nicely covered in oil. It's easy to spread the oil all over then. So I'm going to just oil up this. And do you know what? This is not big enough, this tray. I'll have to get another one out. And we're going to spray some more on there. These mushrooms are called portobello mushrooms, and they're very large. I love mushrooms. I really do. So I'm going to wait a little while until the grill is really hot so I can put them on there. So that's ready to go. There we go. And we have the water boiling with the spelt. And now let's continue cutting our courgette. That was straight cutting, wasn't it? I hope you didn't see that. Okay, my onion is ready to go into the pan. Listen to that sizzling. And I'm going to stir that. All around. There we go. And here our spelt is cooking away quite nicely. That now needs to cook for 5 minutes. Then we add the quinoa to it, and then it needs to cook for another 15 to 12 minutes. So yes, we'll have to keep an eye on the time. Not upside down. And I'm just going to take out 2 garlic cloves, and I'm going to peel away the papery bits. And then generally what I do is with the side of my knife, I put that on it and I push down, and then the paper comes off just like that. Okay, and the onion here is nearly ready for the courgette to go in. Right, so now we're ready for the courgette to go in. I always manage to get it everywhere. I give it a good stir. The quinoa can go in now as well, and then we have about 15 minutes to wait. I can tell when the quinoa is ready because it sort of has a little edge that comes off. So by that time, I will make sure I'll keep an eye on it. Let's turn this one down a bit. Right, there we go. And let's turn this thing on. Now, on with the garlic. So let's take off the piece of skin here. And we're going to, now that we've already bashed it, I'll just bash it again. It's easier to chop it up, and there'll be a lot more flavour coming out once you've cooked it. If you don't bash it beforehand and you just leave it, not as much flavour will come out, so there will be a difference, but I find anyway. enough for our mushrooms to go in. So let's do that. Maybe they're not up high enough. I'll just put them a little bit higher. Just under the grill. Yep, that's better. There we go. Let's keep an eye on this here. That's going well. And this one here is stirring. You might actually need a little splash of water so it doesn't catch. Okay. That was a good effect. So I think I might turn that down even more because the courgettes, I mean, they're fine. They've got colour already, so I think that's fine. And we've got the butter here ready, which we need to add to the mushrooms in a moment, together with the garlic. So that's one thing that is ready. And now we're going to make a little light dressing, I think, to go onto the salad. So we need to, let's have a look, mix the cider vinegar, the mustard and the olive oil. So the mustard, so here we go. A small spatula, yep, that's that. And so these need to go into there towards the end. This is the cider vinegar, which we will add to the mustard. And it's all been measured out, it's really handy. And then all we need to do is first wipe my fingers, because I had some mustard on there. All I need to do now is add a good 2 tablespoons of olive oil, because really we're making a dressing. So this is mustard, cider vinegar and olive oil. Can you see that? I don't want to tip it. It smells strong. Nice. Right, so there we have it. That's our little dressing. That's ready to go. This really needs to be turned down completely because otherwise we won't have much left. I think I might actually add the dill tops. There we go. Wow, that's fine. I'm going to put that there. This one is going well. Let's have a look. Yep, that's doing well. So we've got our butter and our garlic grating, and we are going here to prepare the charvil. And we need to wash it really. Let's just hold it by the stalks like this. I'm just going to rinse it. And chop it. I get most of the stalks out. I'm not too fussed about it really. Just get all this out here, and that can go in the green bin. There we go. Just a few more stalks to take out. And then we are going to chop this up finely. There we go. And now let's have a look at how our mushrooms are doing. Okay, so we're ready to have a look at the mushrooms, see if they are, well, done on one side. Let's put it that way. Yeah, so we will take them out. And we are going to, see, turn them over. They have shrunk slightly. Yeah, that's my cooker, because when I put something on the on the controls, it bleeps at me. Whew. Okay, so then we need to dot the butter. I mean, to be honest, this is just using the butter for some flavour, really. I'm just going to put it like that in the middle and let it melt. Oh. These mushrooms look lovely. I am a real mushroom fan. I mean, the day that there are no mushrooms in my house, I am really ill. I have to be... if I don't have mushrooms in my house, I don't feel very well. I have to have them. And I like all kinds of mushrooms. I like, and we add some of the garlic to it as well. I like, you know, sort of these ones, the white ones, portobello mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, all kinds of mushrooms. I've always liked them. It's a little bit too much there, not enough there. So I'm trying to get the butter to stay on the middle of the mushroom. Stay. Oh dear. Right. Oh, it's not going to stay. Never mind. Okay. And I think in the meantime, our quinoa and our spelt are done. So let's turn that off. You should drain this in a fine sieve. I've lost my fine sieve somehow, so I can't find it. Still trying to locate it. The minute I see one in a shop, I will get it, but for the moment, I'm just holding my tool here against my pan and I'm tipping it out. Takes a little while. Right, so now I have drained my quinoa and my spelt, and we are now going to add to the courgettes we're just sort of making an accompaniment for the mushrooms. So we're going to add this, mix it all up. Then we are going to also add the charvil. There we go. Mix it. And we also have to add the dressing. And we're going to give it a good stir. Just make sure all the dressing is in. Give it a good stir. There we go. And I can start smelling. I can start smelling the mushrooms. So here we are. There are the mushrooms ready from the oven. So they are ready all we need to do now is dress our plate. So these are the meals we prepared today. It was a riverfoot meal with courgette, spelt and quinoa with garlic, portobello mushrooms. And I have to say, I think I'm going to enjoy eating this. I certainly enjoyed filming it for you. So do let me know if you are interested in seeing more of these, because I would love to give you some ideas for healthy meals, and especially this is a vegetarian meal, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!